Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Today we have a session on how to face CA exams for CA intermediate students, Enterprise Information System and Strategic Management by Bharath Kumar sir. I'll introduce Bharath Kumar sir. He's a company secretary by profession and he has 10 years of corporate experience in the field of finance, accounting and corporate compliances. He has a passion for teaching and handles various subjects. For CA intermediate students, he handles ITSM, EIS, and corporate and other laws, economics and finance. He has taught students in different regional chapters of Thrissur, Calicut, Ernakulam, Vishakhapatnam, and other academies. In CA final, he handles corporate and economic laws, information systems, and control audit. In his for CS course, he handles CS executive subjects like capital markets, security laws, economic and commercial laws, and industrial labor laws in Chennai and Kerala. In CS Professional, which is the final course, he handles due diligence, corporate compliance management, information systems, ethics, government sustainability. He has been a guest lecturer for MGR Janaki College for Women, and he has also given lectures in many regional training institutes. He has handled many students from CA and CS exams. A teacher is recognized by its students. He has produced all rankers and he has produced results of 80% in a subject like ITSM. So we are honored to have you, sir, and we would love to have your experience with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Preet. Thank you so much for the introduction. It's always a pleasure giving up a talk on SICASA, and that too we are almost having just 50 days before the exams. It's going to be really, really crucial 4 hours of time today. We usually say this, right? So we usually say a good job is half done. So I will say today that a good job is going to be quarter done for a EASM. No. What is that we are going to talk about in EASM? Again, I am going to bring you the list where it can be done easily. Yes. Now, are you ready to crack EASM with an exemption? Guys, you are taking up the sessions from the institute faculties. So there is nothing that you will have to get minimum 40. The aim itself is going to be for an exemption. So exemption should be easy for you. And that's what I'm talking about. So my slogan for EASM is, let's make it simple. IT, SM will be there inside. So you will know what I'm talking about. IT and SM, information technology and SM. So only I would have given it, let's make IT, SM simple. So let's make it simple and you know what I'm talking about. Yes, what are the positives that we have got? Number one, easily available notes if you prepare, or if you wanted to get it from any of the faculties, yes, they will be able to give. Or if you're asking me, I'll be able to give you, get the easy available notes. That is enough for your last minute revision. You can hit it really hard. Second, prepare something called one-liners or MCQ based questions, because 30 marks is going to be a cakewalk for you if you guys are concentrating on the concept. So 30 marks is going to be there. So this will get covered with the last point. Third, mnemonics or memory techniques, which I always say, which is going to be very crucial, because conceptually you are really strong, but how far you are able to remember that in the examination hall. You will say, most of the people come back and say, sir, you have been taking IT and SM for a long period of time. Now, every time I remember, exclusively on the 3 hours alone, I am getting struck. I am not able to remember. I would only say a simple thing. Are you preparing a memory technique? Are you preparing the concept plus memory technique to do that? Have you tried this in the home? If they say no, I will say you will have to match the frequency. What is matching the frequency? Like correctly, when you tune FM, that particular code, when you try to do it, it is going to be that frequency which is going to play you a song. Correct? If you tune here and there, it is not going to give you a song. Exactly the same way. What you guys are going to do in the exam, try this in the home itself. No AC, because you guys are going to write in the month of May. Don't sit in a comfortable place. So all this and all, if you do, you can match your frequency on the exam day. So try to prepare a memory technique, and that is going to help you for the examination. Next, 1 day leave you have got. plus 1 day extra leave. It is not actually 2 days, it is 1 day, but I am talking about the auditing exam day and the exam day on the EASM. So you will have half a day plus half a day, 1 day and 1 full day. So 2 days leave you got, that is enough for you to revise EASM. When I say how to go about 30 marks MCQ, it is going to be a cakewalk, which I have already discussed when saying one-liners or MCQ. So that's going to be crucial. Next, how to do it, how to get an exemption very easily. I'll quickly speak for some 10-15 minutes. It is going to be really helpful. You can pause this video and take a list if you wanted, but first listen carefully to this so that it becomes easier. There will be some meanings of 150 to 175 meanings that you have got for EAS. You can practice that whenever you wanted so that it becomes easier to hit the MCQs. Expansions, please prepare a separate list on what are the expansions. Unified Payment Interface, Immediate Payment Service, RTGS, Aadhaar Enabled Payment Service. All these are the expansions list. Please prepare a list accordingly so that it becomes easier. I am talking all this on the list that you will have to prepare. Meanings list, like that you can prepare. Expansions list, risk list separately. Guys, in our EASM, why it is going to make it easier is if you know how to break this question, it's easy. If you don't know how to break these questions, I don't think it is going to be easy for you, because you guys know how EASM paper is. Nobody calls it a easy paper because they have not broken down like this. If you break this, it is going to be very simple. Risk, what are the risk related terms, what are the types of the risk, what are the risk management strategies, like that. Exclusively risk list alone if you take, I think it is going to make your job very simple, because one question is going to be for sure from this in the examination. Guys, here I am not talking about the expected questions that the institute might ask. I am giving you whatever the questions that institute wants to check with you. Are you in line with the institute standard? Are you matching ICA standard? For that I am helping you. Please don't expect an expected question right now, because I cannot give you a guess questions list, because it might not happen. But I'll tell you one thing, if you do all these things, you don't need an expected question. You can cover anything that you wanted to. Yeah. Next, controls list. Similarly, you will have a list called controls, where you will have COSO framework control, enterprise risk management. Again, it is control. What is this 4,3,2? 4,3,2 for preventive control, detective control, corrective control, compensatory control. 4 objectives of controls. What are the 3 controls based on resources? Physical access control, logical access control, environmental control. These 3 controls based on resources. What are the 2 controls based on audit? The 2 controls are application control and managerial control. So all these points, if you remember, prepare a list called controls list so that it becomes easier for you to cover. Now, all these are the list questions, as I have already told you. Next, data list. Again, data related, data warehousing, data analysis, data mining, big data, like that you will try to have various things. Data analysis, mining, big data, etc. Information systems list. What is there in hardware? What is there in software? What is there in networking? What is there in database? You can prepare accordingly that also. Guys, I hope I am very clear and slow, so that you can take it down whenever you are listening to this. It makes yourself really strong. Commerce related. Now, when I say commerce related, I am talking about chapter number 4. When I talk about information system, I am talking about 3. When I say data, I am talking about chapter number 2. When I say about control, it is mostly first chapter and third chapter and fifth chapter. When I am talking about this risk, it is going to be majorly first chapter and fifth chapter. So why am I writing all these things? You should know within these 5 chapters of EAS only it is going to happen. So EAS is going to be with 5 chapters and ESM is going to be with 8 chapters. So totally 13 chapters for 100 marks you are going to study. So we should be careful about it. Technologies, almost some 10 technologies will be there. Again, from the 4th chapter, any 3 questions. How many technologies? 10 technologies. Cloud computing, grid computing, mobile computing, virtualization, bring your own device, green IT, IoT, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, business intelligence, machine learning, Web 3.0, 4.0, all this and all will cover your technologies. Definitely three questions can come. So be careful about it. Guys, I will again tell you this. You can ask me, sir, if you are telling in this speed, will I be able to understand? If you have already studied, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you have not studied, I'm giving you an alarm signal that these are the things that you should study to get an exemption. So if you concentrate writing on this, I think it is going to be a cakewalk. So only I'm giving you all the list. I do not know whether you have prepared right now or you did not still start, but I tell you, even if you start now, you will be able to hit it hard. Core banking system, I'm talking about chapter number 5. Chapter number 5, connections and confusions are too many in that. So please try to prepare a list and study core banking system. Laws and punishments. What are the general laws? What are the special laws? All this and all will be there in chapter number 4 and 5 relating to it so that it becomes easier. General laws, special laws will be chapter number 4. What is the ITA? Information Technology Act, Information Technology Act 2000, Amendment 2008, Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002, and others. Others means some Companies Act provisions and all will be touched. So you can glance that laws and punishments is going to be easy. Now, all this that I'm talking about is based on EAS. So for the first 5 chapters, if you wanted to concentrate, you will be able to expand this easily like this and jot down one point after another. It is going to be a cakewalk, as I usually tell. I always tell this point. If you know how to break the subject, it is going to be so easy in the examination time. If you do not know how to break up, how much ever you studied, at the end of the day, you cannot sum up easily, and that's where the whole problem starts in the exam. Now, from 11 to 20, I will go for strategic management. EAS, 5 chapters are going to be there, and we have already completed that based on the list. Now, Eissm related, who defined what? Who defined what means there will be various people who would have defined the list, like Peter F. Drucker, William F. Gloek, Michael Porter. So it is going to be like that. So you should accordingly remember this. Now we'll make it bigger so that it becomes easier for you to see. PFD is Peter F. Drucker, William F. Gloek, Michael Porter. There will be various people who would have defined. Peter F. Drucker, business and management. William F. Gloek, strategy. Michael Porter, 5 forces role, strategies, value chain analysis. Like that, you will have various people defining various things. Next, Eissm, prepare something called one-liners in the MCQs, or you can ask me, I'll be able to help you. Accordingly, I can give it. Next, meanings. There are some 80 to 100 meanings that you have got for strategic management. What is strategy? What is management? What is corporate strategy? What is strategic management? What is strategic decision making? What is vision, mission, objectives? Then what is formulation? What is implementation? What is strategic intent? What is core competency? Like that, you have 80 meanings to 100 meanings. Easily you will be able to break the concept, because one-liners and meanings will give you that 15 marks MCQ. Very easy for SM. You don't need to think also. Competition related questions. What is core competency? What is competitive advantage? What is competitive landscape? Like that, you have various competition related questions. So you can directly go and see chapter number 2 of your SM. You will be able to exclusively see this. Next, prepare something called differentiate between what is vision, what is mission, what is element of vision, what is essentials of vision. This will be confusing, so be careful. What is strategy formulation, what is strategy implementation, what is transactional leadership, what is transformational leadership. Like that, there will be various differentiate between questions. So you will have to sit and study, make a separate list, do a tick. Do a tick, you will be able to understand thinking, confirm, and knowledge. Next, prepare something called MAD list. What is MAD list? It is not like after you study the subject you become mad. No, this is a mnemonic where I would say meanings, advantages, and disadvantages. For example, strategic management, you will have the limitations, you will have the characteristics, you will have advantages. You can accordingly remember meaning, advantages, and disadvantages, which is your mad list. Next, unique questions. There are certain questions which you will prepare from your material or from your classes, but there will be certain questions which will be exclusively tested on an RTP, revision test paper, or a mock test paper. I wanted you to pick those questions exclusively, give more importance to it so that you don't miss even those questions, so that it can come easily pick from the RTP and MTP. There is a good chance that you can get your marks very easily. Then big questions list. There are some big questions like organizational structure. There are 8 organizational structure like simple, divisional, multi-divisional, SPU, network, matrix, hourglass. Then your functional structure. So there are totally 8 structures, and there are big questions like this. Please concentrate on that. It is going to help you. Next, steps, stages, life cycles. You will have like, you cannot change the order for all this. Product life cycle, it should only be introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. So like that, you will have steps like BPR steps, benchmarking steps. So steps list, which you cannot change the order. It has to be in order. Next are the direct questions where there is going to be no ups and downs on the question. Directly, they'll ask you what is SWOT analysis. If you tell what is strength, weakness, opportunity, threat, it's easy. Key success factors. What are the key success factors? Direct question they will ask you so that it becomes easier for you to cover it. Now, all these are relating to your EAS and Eissm. If you prepare this 10 questions that I marked in green color is for your EAS, and 11 to 20 is from your strategic management, where there will be 8 chapters that you will get covered. If you know this, you will be making your exemption very, very simple and easy. Now we are almost done for the day. So what I will do is I will move this content slowly, and I will go to the psychological perspective. Now, what is the next one? The last one is going to be the psychological point, where I would say exams are very crucial, because how much ever subject I take, I will connect and finish it with the psychological perspective, because CA exams, concepts, understandings are all mind game. If you think here it is easy, it is going to be easy. So that's what, you are a big match player for a simple reason. What is that real big match player? You might flop in the mock test paper, you might not do properly in the class test, but in the examination you will have to be a real big match player, because the actual match is going to be on the exam day. So the first thing is, I wanted you guys to smile. Someone if says if law or EASM or any subject in CA is easy, just smile and go forward. Don't take any negatives. Now I will read something. You will not, you will feel that it's all negative. Then I'll tell you how it has to be done. I'll read this and I'll quickly sum up. I am a failure. Don't try to tell me anything. There is so much potential inside me, because at the end of the day, I will never find a job. I need more experience. I have been out of work too long, and don't try to convince me on that. There is a real value inside me, because deep down I know I am useless and unemployable, and nothing you say will make me believe I will make it in this world. Correct? Now, all these are negative points. Don't you think so? But that's the mind game that which CA wants to do. As a chartered accountant, you need to know, if the top down approach is not working, go for a bottom up approach. Now I will read something on the reverse psychology. See what I am trying to do. I am just trying to do bottom up approach. Now see, from the downside I will read, you will feel that you are really making it big. I will make it in this world, and nothing you will say will make me believe that I am useless and unemployable, because deep down I know there is a real value inside me, and don't try to convince me on that. I have been working out for this for too long. I need just some experience. You think that I will never find a job? There is no chance, because at the end of the day, there is so much potential inside me. So don't try to tell me that I am a failure. So for a simple reason, you are going to be really, really important. It is all about the mind game. As I have already told you, the top-down approach may not work sometimes. Go do a reverse psychology and try to find out a easy way of finding. You can easily say costing in FM is different, but unless you know what Hariharan sir takes, you know that it is going to be simple. You can tell EASM is going to be tough, but unless and until you meet a faculty who makes it easier, it is going to be strong. You can say auditing is tougher unless and until you find, because sir, I can keep on be adding up faculties because those people have already done more, and I am also trying to do something relating to it. So think it is that you have a real big match player. I bet you will be able to change your mind. If you can change your mind, you can change your exams. If you can change your exams, it is going to change your whole fate. So thank you so much for all the effort that Sikasa wanted to make. I am so happy that again I have come here through Sikasa to help people on this. So I have given my name and the number. You can come back and contact. So I wanted to help more so that it becomes easier for you to make it really, really strong. So thank you so much for all the efforts, guys. I hope it should have been really helpful for you. Please don't stop watching this video once. Do it 2-3 times. I think it should definitely serve you the purpose. Thank you, dears. Have a great day. Keep visualizing. Visualization works. Definitely think big, and automatically everything is going to fall in place. Thank you.